tab. So I'm going to put, no, that's way too small. So to add text, you just have to go to text here and so you can see that it's easy for white to come out on black. Another thing is, all I did was just to copy and paste. So I can change this to, I can come to color and say, for me, I believe in teaching in a practical way. So I would hope that you're looking at your screen. Can you see that yellow also goes on top of it? Also, there are several different colors that can go on black. Black is just very universal. The same way I can interchange this. Yellow works on white and black works on white, right? I can as well change this background to blue and everything will still work fine. I can change it to red. Yellow may not go on red, but you see that it's still not that bad. So that's my rule of background for beginners. Play with white, play with black, play with blue. By the time you're going to do as many designs as possible, you cannot exhaust playing around those backgrounds. That's number one rule for beginners. The second rule for beginners is the rule of arrangement. Now, to show you the rule of arrangement, I would probably leave this page and go and show you some other designs I've worked on before. Now, when you are arranging your content, it's either they align to one side, or align to the right, align to the left, or align to the middle. When I see beginners design, I can always tell this person is not a pro or this person is new to design based on their arrangement. People just arrange. I will see things like this. It depends though, but I don't know, but it depends on what you're trying to do. But a design like this already appears disjointed to me. So arrangement is more or less what separates professionals from non-professionals. Arrangement. I would go to real graphics to show you all of those things. The third thing that distinguishes good designers is the use of fonts. In fact, the person that taught me graphic design said never ever use more than 3 fonts in the same design. So for instance, let me use another design for this one, and then maybe another thing for this one. It is bullshit. It does not make sense because it gets your work scattered. Try to be consistent with a single, for me, I try to use even a single font in different formats, maybe in italics or in bigger sizes or in bold. And then and then play around with them and you will see how that works. So that is the rule 3. I hope you're getting everything. The fourth rule of graphics design that is also as equally as important as all of this is keeping it simple. You don't have to do simple says more, simple is better, simple keeps you less of a lot of risks and all of those things. And in situations where you're using pictures or you're using different things, always let everything align. Let your logo align with your text. Let your pictures align with your text. So someone sent me a, oh, don't let us use that one. Someone sent me a design to look at earlier today, but I think that might waste our time for this class. So let's go to some of my designs. So let's go to some of my designs. Let's use this. All right, I'm still adding things. Okay, so let's start from here. One thing you will notice here is that this is a single, slide, right? And you see my logo and just text. They are all on the same page. They are all on the same, sorry, not on the same page, now on the same line in terms of how they outline. And Canva is so good at this that it gives you that rule. It gives you these grid lines, rather. I want to say ruler, to be able to align things. It is very important. Alignment is like very, very important. You have to like be finicky about it in graphics design. So you see that everything is aligned on a single line. And that is what gives this kind of design a professional touch. You will see that this FCMB also is like aligned to the middle. So always ensure this level of alignment. Always ensure that things align. That is what I meant by alignment. Your images, your logos, everything should align. Everything should align. So for instance, this should also align to the middle. This is what kind of gives you, what makes your design look professional. The old rule of alignment thing. I could also align this one to the middle or move it to the end, depending on how you want to. By all the rules that I'm teaching you, you will realize at the end of this short session that your you will have all the basics that you need. All you now need is your creativity. So singular fonts, white background, alignment. Let's go to the next page. Alignment. You could place your logo anywhere, but always, if you're placing it in the corner, always try to create space beside it. And if you're doing the spacing thing, then everything you're arranging must be on the same line. It must align. However, for this kind of design, I was trying to use this this thing as a kind of a background thing that does not have to show. So it all depends on your creativity, right? So this is, you can, let me ungroup this so that you see. So this is aligned to key discussion points. And this is me using the basic blue background, placing white and orange on it, which is simple. But you see that everything I've written is aligned. This is the same font as this. This is the same font as this. All I've done on this page is use just two fonts. Just two fonts. Just two fonts. So Always align. Let's go to the next page. You see, basically all you need is just rule of alignment. Now, when you're using pictures, the side of the picture that is not properly closed should always enter through the edge. So like for instance, for this, I'll show you how to use frame. I'm using a framing here. But in the case that this picture, I think I had cropped a part of it away. So what I did was to close it to the wall. Always close your pictures to the wall if you're not using round frames, or if your picture is not well rounded. Sorry, 1 second. I'm still distracted by this other meeting. I would continue shortly. Just 1 second. Okay, thank you. So the same thing, simplicity, white background, alignment. As you can see that my alignment, look at that logo there. And look at this image. You can see that line guiding me, showing me that I've properly placed this image in the middle here. Can you see the line in the middle? And it's also showing me that that image is aligning with my Sozo logo. I know this thing seems very, very, very simple, but these are a lot of things people don't pay attention to. Look at this also. Background aligning with the text. That is all you need in graphics. Just make it simple. Align, align, align. Yellow background, black text, align, align, align. So like I was saying about images just now. You see that this image was cropped from the right side, and it was cropped. So it's when you put it to the edge, it makes it feel like a part of it is still happening outside the image, and it's just flowing into that image. But the major, the thing you must only really go home with is this alignment. Can you see that it's what makes this design probably different from other people? Now, this image, I did not do it from Canva. I created what is called Smart Art in Microsoft Word. Then I saved it as picture and pasted it in Canva. But I think the template I was using for this design in Canva already had all this bulb thing, but it's something you can create on your own. Bring it in, it shows as black, give it a color that is lighter than it is on a normal day, then it becomes a background. Alignment, this is aligning with this. So those are the basics of Canvas, or Canva rather. Let me scroll down this document to see if there is anything else. Like I said, letting your image flow from the side is always looking professional. And alignment. Basically, this is all middle alignment. That's all you need about graphics, and it is all done. So this is all based on, all you need now is your creativity. So remember again, I'll recap. Use no more than one font, or no more than 2 fonts, maximum of 3 in a graphics design. Use simple colors that work together. For beginners, you can use white background, blue background, black background, red background, and all of those, yellow, white, red, can go on them, right? And always align. When you use pictures and you're not using framing, let it flow from the side. And basically, that's everything. That's all you need to know. Alignment. Alignment. One easy thing to become a good graphics designer, a good graphics designer, is to judge every graphic that you see on your week. So as you go and look at billboards, people give a flyer, try to catch some of all these errors. Oh, is it properly aligned? Are they using how did they place the picture? Is it looking displaced? Are they using 100 fonts in one? So those are things that you need to like begin to pay attention to. Let's go back and look at some other designs. Then I would take questions, then we can play around. So our graphics guy at Sozo we could not reach him on time this early this morning or yesterday. And we needed to roll out these flyers out. And I decided to try my hands on them. Now, this is a very basic design, but all I have done in this design is simple, and it did not take me more than 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And I would show you. But before I show you how I made this design, I want to re-emphasize all the things I've said earlier. Simplicity is best in graphics. Don't try to do too much. Now, also see my alignment. Everything is aligned on that side. This is aligned in the middle. If I move this thing, you will see my line. You'll see that it's properly aligned in the middle. This is aligned to the middle of the entire document itself. And this is aligned to the left. So because by tradition, Sozo Networks places its logo here. So it depends on your organization also. Although we move it around once in a while, but by what we do as an organization, our logo is always on that corner. So alignment. Now let's dismantle this and let me show you what I did. And I'm gonna do it again, but I don't want to type this text all over. So I'll cut it. Now, definitely anybody can type any of these guys. Let me also remove this one. So let's start. Like I said, I've taught you all you need to know about graphics design, to be honest, from all of these alignment and all of these jargons I've been saying since morning. The rest now depends on your creativity, and you can learn these things by looking at other people's design. Like someone sent me a draft design, then I decided to do this one based on that person's inspiration, or based on the inspiration from that person's previous design. So what did I do? I came to Canva, I opened Instagram post. So the size of Instagram post is already there. You can see that from where I showed you in the beginning of Canva. Then I picked box, circle, or whatever this might be. Then I expand it. Now, as a general rule, you should always avoid skewing whenever you're using images and elements or boxes. And all the rules I'm telling you applies to CorelDRAW, Photoshop, and all those other graphics design apps also. But Canva is just too easy to use. So never ever do like this. That is called skewing. Whenever you expand an image from the side, you are skewing it. You are skewing it. Always adjust from the diagonal, from the angles. So it has to always be diagonal. As you can see now, it's symmetrical and not asymmetrical like when I do like this. Whenever I see graphics and things like this are not symmetrical, it means that the person is not professional. So a professional should know that you will be spoiling the image if you drag from the side. So always drag diagonally. So that was what I did. I dragged diagonally. Then I colored it blue. Now, the thing about Canva is that you can list your brand colors. So these are brand colors of the different organizations I work with. And so it has listed there for me. So after choosing the blue, I moved it to the corner. You can go as far as you want. You can expand it just a bit more. That was the first part of that design. Then I selected a frame. These are frames. You can always also just come here and share and check and search frames. There are different types of frames, but the ones I used are the ones that look like this. They are photo frames. They allow you to put a picture inside them. Also, all you even need to do is to scroll down. It is under grids. Grids and frames. These are frames here, and you can also see it under grids. So let's pick this frame. So I picked this frame and I placed it here. Then I went to upload image, went somewhere on my computer and brought in the dude's picture. Then the picture is here. So this time I'm going to use my own picture, maybe. Or let me still use this picture. Then by clicking it, the picture comes. All you have to do is click it. Then the picture comes to your screen. Then when you carry it, I'm carrying by holding on to my click and my mouse. I held on to my click and my mouse. If you're using a phone, it's way easier on the phone. All you have to do is move the phone, move the phone around. Just tap on the image and move it around. So after doing that, you see that the image is almost ready. Now I noticed something, that this thing is cutting his head. So to remove that, I'll go back to that image. I can move it around in the graphics. So I just moved it down. That is how to use frames. Now he's in here with me. Then I can begin to work. Then I can bring back all my images. When you look at all of this, all of these are single font. The only different font is this online. I've used a single font throughout this graphics. You can insert this by just coming to elements. They are there, all these kind of lines. You'll always see them under elements. Then I inserted it with. So the rest is based on your imagination and creativity. Then for the one here, I did for things like this, because I wanted it to be a particular size, I can scale it. I can, because it does not matter if it's symmetric or not. It does not matter if it's symmetric or not, so I can move it however I feel. Then give it the color. So arrangement, alignment, that is graphics. We can make this more complicated, maybe bring some things to the background. But for this design, I felt simplicity is just better. If I now want to make it more, maybe more interesting or looking more interesting, I can add more elements. I can come to elements and say, give me zoom. Or okay, it's all showing zoom. Not the kind of zoom I'm looking for, but give me Instagram. So I can click Instagram, reduce the size. Never forget alignment. This is looking too big, so I can reduce it a bit. Alignment, always remember alignment. Then I can put, I just copy and paste to ensure that the font is the same. I just copy and paste. Hey, so sorry. I think I mistakenly closed Canva. 1 second. Okay, cool. So ads. This is not particularly perfect and all, but I just want to show you how some of those things work. So this is a basic design. I'm still trying to make this work, but that is how everything works. So I think from this point, I can now ask questions. You can use the chat box, or you can ask me questions of maybe things you've been struggling with on Canva, and I can show you how some of those things are done. But with everything I've explained so far, that is how it works. That is how Canva works. So any question, any particular thing you've been having issues with, I'm happy to show you more. I feel instead of just showing you all these different things, it might be better to just know what you're struggling with, and then I can show you. So you can use the chat box, or you can use the mic. Either one works. Questions? Questions?
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw your question, Tolani. What are the disadvantages of not using a pro version? Well, there is really none. All I've shown you so far is basic and can be done on any Canva. Let me show you how the pro what the pro version allows you to do is to just have some more. One, you have free pictures. You have free pictures like this. Whenever you try to use their pictures, it shows Canva on it. It puts Canva all over it. And when you're about to download it out, it tells you to pay. Those are the basic advantages of using a pro version. Another thing about using pro version is you being able to able to use videos. So I'm trying to look for I'm trying to look for, let me just look around. There are designs I've done before that have videos in them. So basically all those videos are paid. You need the pro version for the videos. I don't know why I can't find them. But basically things that move, things like videos, are things that you have to pay for. Those are the only constraints with the video thing. Aside that, there is really nothing, no other restrictions. Yes, there is human. There is human on Canva. There is a template like this. It's called purple and white marketing presentation. It has purple on it. So can you see? This is where I built all these graphics that is on Impact Toolbox. So this one's basically I just arranged them and I grouped them. These are 3 different elements that I brought together and I arranged them. This one is already there. I just carried the let me see if I can. Oh, I can't ungroup it. Let me ungroup this one so that you see.
Canvas and move. But was that we should design the report, and report will be close to like 10
So
pages.
see,
More than 10 pages, depends on
I just inserted it.
Canvas.
I just inserted it into our hands. Into it, basically. So that's it. So I'm catching up with the questions. I didn't exactly get how the frame's picture fits into the circular frame. It didn't fit well at first. Yes, all I did was I carried it and I dropped it inside the hole. So let me quickly show you again. So this is the box. This is the circle. Then I carried an image like this, see? The moment you over it over that image, it goes inside it. That's how it works. It's very easy. It's easier on the phone as well. I've answered Iman question. Please, how do you align? So Lemi, how to align? Alignment is basically easy. And that was where I started today's class from. To align, I'm going to show you how to align shortly. So this is alignment. Alignment can either be to the middle, to the left, or to the right. So basically, once you click on an image, this alignment thing shows here. So if, for instance, I want to align to the left, I leave it here to the left. And then I ensure that the line is guiding me. Can you see that all of these things are on the same line, online and on the same line, on the same line, on the same line, on the same line, on the same line. So that is alignment basically. So see here, I aligned to the middle. So I chose this thing. I told this thing to be in the middle. Then I moved this to the middle. That is alignment. I hope I've answered your question, Lynn. How to use pictures as background templates. How to use pictures as background templates is very easy. And let me just show you. Let me just show you one. So all you need to do to make a picture a background template is basically just to drag it in the beginning. Now it's a background. So I've made it this color. Now I want that background to show a bit. That is what transparent does. So I can now see, can you see? Or blue. So basically what I've done is to use the transparency. That's it. So I've made the background. I know this is a bit wonky, but let me see if I can change the picture as well. Yeah. So I've changed the pictures. So then have I answered your question? You can also change the color of your background at any time. Now let me change it to white. That's how it looks when I change it to white. Yellow. Basically. I hope I've answered your question. At what point would one need the service professional graphic designer despite basic creative skill? Also, there was a picture of a white man resting on a question mark. How can one obtain that kind of image? So I obtained that kind of image from Google. So I always Google for those kind of images. You can Google for symbols, silhouettes, and all of those kind of things. Google would give you a lot of images. Just be sure that you're not using a copyright image. One of the advantages that Canvas Pro gives you is free pictures as well. It gives you original pictures for free. But the thing is, it's super expensive. I think it's like $500 for 5 people. So that's the thing with pictures. But you can always get pictures from Canva. And the point which you get a professional graphics designer is depending on your skill. Like I've done amazing projects on Canva, like amazing things on Canva, and I give work to graphics designer when it's a lot, and I don't have time to start designing, and maybe if it's a very high level document that I can't afford to make any kind of mistake, then I give it out. But for basic everyday graphics, it's easy. Things like this are easy. Certificates are easy to make. PowerPoints are easy to make. Badges are easy to make. Birthday stuff are easy to make. Things like these are easy to make. Now, sorry, I share also another thing I know you'll be seeing a lot of. It's not like I did all of this by myself. So we, as an organization, we have a team thing. So you can share your graphics with your team members. So you can share your graphics with your team members, and different people can work on different designs. So basically, just ensure the rule of alignments, choose your color and background wisely, and you're good to go. So which is the same thing that happens here. These are frames, and we've put the pictures inside frames, and we've placed it on a background that works with it. And so I started using Canvas on mobile, and it's super easy. So I think It's like very, very easy. It's like very easy. So someone asks for certificate. This is a sample certificate. Basically, it's easy. Someone on my team worked on this. Fonts, what's it called now? And arrangements, basically. Someone asked, how do you group on Canva? So let me show you. So let me group these two together, for instance. So all you have to do is find a way to select them. So this design is disjointed. It has, let me show you. Because the stuff that was used as background was not enough to cover the entire page. So I think the person that designed this cropped it, then added this as a patch to the side, which is interesting. So all the things that you see as perfect graphics, they usually are not perfect at the design phase. So the person just patched it up here. Can you see? It's interesting. So I have to remove it because it's disturbing me. So when you select it that way, group is already showing here. So you just group. It is that easy. Can you see it has now become one? Then I can ungroup as well. That's it. That's it. Any other question? Okay, if there are no other questions, I've spent 1 hour with you guys. So that's basics of Canvas, and that will be the end of this session. I'm happy to probably post this video on YouTube for your reference later. Take care. Bye.
I'm sorry. You've not answered my question, sir.
Which of them?
Okay, I asked how you made there are certain pictures used on the presentation slide, and I noticed that there's a particular frame you used for the pictures. I don't know if you can go back to the presentation slide you did. The one you had FCMB logo on it. There's a particular frame used for the pictures you featured on the presentation slide. There's a way you cut the edge of the picture, rather. There's a way you cut the edge. I don't know the particular frame you used for it. Can you hear me, sir? Hello, sir. No, hello, sir. Hello, sir. I can't see anything. Hello, sir. Wow. Hello.
Okay, sorry guys. I can hear you, Tolani. Like I said, I was in another meeting and I promised them I was going to join them by 1 p.m. So that's why I had to jump there. So Tolani, you said I should show you certificate. I have done that. I think I've answered all
Not,
the questions.
no, not, oh my God. Not that, okay, I said there was a particular way you trimmed the picture you used on your presentation slide. The presentation slide that had FCMB logo on it. All the pictures you used, there's a particular picture where K factor was featured. There's a way you trimmed the edge of that particular picture. I don't know if you got that.
I'm looking for it. 1 second. One second. Where is that graphic? So, okay, let's open it.
Okay, exactly. So like picture, the one, yes, this one, executive director. There's a way you trimmed the edge of this picture.
This is a frame. It's a frame. So let me show you. Oh, sorry. Let me show you. It's basically a frame. This is what I did. See all. Then
Exactly.
it's a frame. Can you see? I choose.
Okay. So you place the frame there, then they place the picture on the frame. Okay. Okay. I think I prefer this. This works well.
So let me just. Do you understand now? Can you see?
Okay. Okay. So I think. Oh my God. I wish you could actually teach all the rudiment of designing a logo. Maybe not this class. Anyways.
Uh,
I wanted to ask if you did Impact Toolbox logo yourself.
no, I didn't. I didn't.
Okay. 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 Okay.
It's easy to do anyways, but I didn't. And the reason why I did not was that I needed a professional brand person to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt it looks somewhat complicated.
It's yeah.
I said that I feel it looks somewhat complicated. Like, how did you align all of those pictures to stand by each other and all of those things? It's looking very difficult to me.
So it's not that complicated. It's like very easy. I it's just like an arrangement of of boxes. It's something you can do yourself.
That what I noticed
Yeah.
your font. I noticed your fonts are always very consistent. There's a particular font you use. What's the name of this font, sir?
Okay, I can. When is that? When is that due? Okay, so I can probably work on it right now after this meeting because my own meeting time is now meant to start. So I have 1 hour, so I can work on it over the next 1 hour. And yeah. Sorry guys, this is the crazy part of my life. I have overlapping stuffs Now the how to, like, I don't know, Tolani, you joined the class late. That's why you're asking me all of these questions.
No, I joined the class late, Ken. Not at all, sir. I joined in exactly 2 minutes past 5.
So, like I said, don't use more than one font in any design. Don't use.
Yes, I understand. I said, what is the name of this particular font you are using? Because I noticed it is very consistent in all your designs. This particular one.
I use Arimo.
Okay, that's fine. That's just what I want to know.
Okay,
All right.
Arimo. Yeah.
Arimo. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. I think that's fine. That's fine. Totally fine.
Yeah, that's fine by me. Yes, yes. Table now. I think today was just so funny. Okay, guys. I am so sorry. So I had 2 meetings overlapping with each other across different time zones, and I did not know that the time would fall on the same time. I had this meeting with this organization from Argentina, and we're discussing a project, and everything just overlapped. But I'm happy I'm with you guys 100% now. So Tolani, I use Arimo, and basically Arimo is just one of those fonts. You can always choose a font to use for your organization or for yourself as well. Yeah, I wanted to break this logo down for you. It's actually simply arrangement. It's like super easy. It's just different colors placed together. And it has white at the end. I cropped that out. But it has white at the end. And for us, the different colors means different things. That's how simple a logo should be. A logo should not be all cursive and all of those things. It's not all the time. The logo should be relatable and easy. And that's what we did. I paid a professional brand person to do this because of the kind of organization that I'm building. And I needed someone that is not me to think deeply about the work that we do and try to represent it in a way that I couldn't think about. Like for me, it's all about empowerment. But when this person came up with this logo and they sent me, it has a brochure. It came with like a 5-page PDF to explain the logo. It makes a lot of sense to me, and that is what they do. That is their work. So they have put in the psychology, customer behavioral science, and all of those things into developing the logo. And if you, for those of you that knew when I was working on this project, it's fast-paced. I did not have the time to start designing a logo by myself, so I needed to quickly outsource it. And things like this in Nigeria, they are not expensive. Maybe it depends though. I paid $100 for this, which is about 37,000 for just this design.
For the logo.
Yes, sir. It depends on who is doing the logo.
For the logo.
Yes.
Meadow. $100.
Like, do you know how much that collects for doing logo? FCM I think it did First Bank, it did rebranded Union Bank and all of those organizations.
$100.
Logo. Go and ask how many millions they must have collected. So the thing is, it's identity.
God.
It's your brand identity that's key. So that representation is what you pay for. Is what you pay for. So, like, if you can still see my screen, I'm going to show you the Let me see if I can. So this was their delivery.
Wow. So they did a notebook analysis alongside.
They will do
Wow. Wow.
different vectorization, color scheme,
Wow.
and they tell you what each color means because it's intentional. What
And the color code too. Excellent.
they use the particular fonts they used as well.
I think it's worth it.
So this is how it looks on the letterhead. $100. So it's basically you just giving your, it depends. It really depends on, but if you cannot do that, then you can do your work on Canva yourself. That's something I can, when they gave me that logo, it's something I could have done by myself, but when I saw the output, but I trusted the people I gave it to, so it makes sense. And I don't know. You know, I like to bootstrap a lot, but there are things I pay for. So Blessing is asking, how do you insert a picture from a desktop? Blessing, are you still here?
Yes, I am.
So basically, go to uploads, just scroll down and go to uploads. It's easier on the phone. You can just add image and then go to your phone. But on the laptop, you click upload image under upload, then Voila, open. Then you have the picture. Did you see what I just did? And
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
then it uploads, then you drag and drop. If you've seen Impact Toolbox website, this image is on the background of Impact Toolbox website.
Yes, sir. How did you get image like this?
Steal from people.
Are you serious?
Google. And
Steal from people. Medo.
don't steal copyright image though. But you can always download all things online.
How did you download this? Like, how did you search for it? Like, this is just weird to me. It does not make any sense.
Yeah, that's the thing. So when you're a designer, you keep thinking about things. So when normal people scroll past something on Google, I see it and I see the design value and I download it. So that's just the thing. So that's why I said you become a better graphic designer by looking at other people's design, looking at what they've created, and just learning from all the things you see. Basically, just learning from all the things you see. Any other question? Okay, so if there are no other questions, let me allow you guys to go. I know it's late in Nigeria. For YID folks, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.